Hey, thank you so much for joining us on another interview. Now, today we have a special guest. And as you know, every Sunday, 4 p.m., I moved it from 9 p.m. to 4 p.m., but lock in, set your notification bell. Today, I want you to meet Miss Josefany. Now, that's my first time hearing that name. Did I say it
Yes.
right?
Yes, it is. It's Josefany.
Awesome. Now, where does that name come from? Like, what's the origin?
So I'm Dominican and my dad's name is Jose. And it's in our culture to put the parents' name together for the child. So that's where Josefani came from. I have no idea where Fani is from because it's not my mom's name, but I guess my dad wanted his name in my name, and that's how they came up with the Josefani.
Wow, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I have heard that where the dad, and ironically, it's different like cultures. I've seen it in some
Mhm.
other island cultures where the dad has his name in the daughter's
Mhm.
name. I don't know if they do that for the son as well, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now,
I think sometimes that he wanted me to be a boy or something, but I guess he wanted some of him in me, and I sure do have.
right, that's amazing. Now, where is it or when was it that you bumped into me online?
So I bumped into you in 2019. I was going through tribulations in my life. I was going through relationship issues, so I was searching up relationship questions like anybody that needs relationship advice. And I came across yours. I did come across other coaches, but you just seemed so real and you said everything how it is. And that's how I operate. I like direct talk. I don't like sugarcoating. And I connected with your content, and up until now I am a faithful follower.
Wow, that's amazing because
Yeah.
2019, that's like
Yep.
5 years. So
You got me through the pandemic as well because you were releasing some good content around the pandemic, and that kind of helped me not to operate with fear, and it also helped me get more connected with my faith.
that's amazing. That is amazing. And I love
Yes.
that part when people tell me, hey, it helped me get connected with my faith.
Yes.
Because I didn't think about that on YouTube, where sometimes I'm talking about the Bible or doing a Sunday sermon. I didn't really think about it,
Oh, that is so helpful.
and I've seen that a few times. So thank you for sharing that because that's, encouraging for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where do you reside?
I'm from Massachusetts. I live about 30 minutes from Boston.
Okay. Wow. So
Yes.
Boston, Massachusetts. Now, is that where you've always lived? Is that where your parents grew up?
Yeah, so I grew up in a town that's 15 minutes away from where I live right now, but technically grew up my whole life here
Yeah. Okay.
in in Massachusetts.
Wow.
My whole life. I haven't really traveled much other places other than my home country, which is the Dominican Republic.
I see. Wow. Wow. Now, in this space in your life, where do you
Mhm.
feel like your purpose is calling you? Like, what are you working on? What are you thinking about? Like, where is purpose calling you?
So let me give you a little bit of my background. So I'm Hispanic, I'm Dominican. I grew up with low resources, and I've always been goal oriented. I've always done great in school, and I I don't like family and culture played in my head that the only way for you to be successful is going to school, getting a college education, and you're set for life. So that was kind of my motto my whole life growing up to college. So I did go to college, and I went to college for pharmaceutical sciences. And I really wanted out of that was to work at a lab and find and like aid in like discovering this brand new drug that's going to help cure this disease. But then when I started college, I kind of went to into the realization that the health system in the United States is not really to help us. It's like to put a band-aid on us, and that's not really the purpose that I wanted to be a research assistant for, just be a researcher, because I wanted to research like medicine, stuff that we can do for cancer. But that dream kind of got crushed as soon as I started being more awakened of how the system is and how we operate. So I kind of left that dream, even though I did my degree, since because I already was already 2 years into the degree, so I couldn't really go back because it was an expensive university, and it was my dream to go to that university. It was actually in Boston. It was like it's the number one university for pharmaceuticals and anything in the science world. So then I majored in business as well, and it felt like home. It felt like I needed to be there. So I kind of drifted away the whole drug world and got into business. And then at the same time in college, senior year, I got pregnant and I was going through a lot of relationship problems. And that was around 2019. So it was a place where I was going through a lot of trials with my relationship. I was pregnant, and then I had to graduate that year. And I'm sure you know that going to school and being pregnant at the same time is very hard. And I went to a university where my upbringing didn't really prepare me for it. I was a minority in that university. So I went through a lot of trials that I didn't think I was going to go through. And then that's where my faith came in, because I used to operate through my logic, not the Lord's logic, not through the Lord's plan in my life. So that's when I'm like, wow, I can want a million things in this world. And if it doesn't align with God and what his understanding is, then I'm not going to be successful with it. So yeah, so I kind of had my identity my whole life with school. If I go to school and I graduate and I become this successful scientist, I'll be successful for the rest of my life. But no, I graduated 2019, the pandemic happened, all my dreams, everything that I thought was going to work out didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. And then I started working remote after the pandemic. And I started just thinking differently. I'm like, wow, I really don't have to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life in order to become successful. And I just started working and investing in myself. I'm like, I'm going to stop investing in education because my bachelor's didn't really get me where I wanted to get. So I'm like, let me get a master's now. But then I started watching you, and then I'm like, maybe college isn't really the answer. And I really need to tap into myself and my gifts and my purposes. And your messages has really helped me figure that out. And so I have a skincare brand now. And I feel like that skincare brand goes more aligned to who I am now today. Since I don't really agree with the whole worldly approach to being healthy, as in like taking medication to fix like your diabetes or something, I really trust in taking a holistic approach to things when it comes to what we take into our bodies to what we apply on top of our bodies. So my skincare brand is a natural skincare brand with natural organic ingredients.
So
And I feel like that whole long road of me trying to get to know myself got me to here.
right. Now, what was it about? Now, first, what I want to say is I have some clients who are doctors, and I can think of maybe three or four of my clients who are doctors who said the same thing you just said. And they have switched to holistic medicine. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on. So you were a whole doctor, and now
Yeah.
you're saying that the system isn't really intended to like help us or heal us or cure us. It's to
No.
basically sustain us, keep us sick, and make as much money with pills, prescribing
Yeah,
pills as possible.
exactly.
And I'm like, wow. So a lot of people who go the medical route find that
Hmm.
out. And that's kind of telling that, you discovered it a lot earlier and pivoted
Wow.
and did something different.
Yes.
So
Yes.
tell me about your skincare line and what led you to do skincare versus lotion or something else like a clothing line. Like, what was it about skincare? And I can see your natural glow, so I could tell that it's working.
Thank you.
So tell me
Thank
about it
you.
and how you make it, and how to come.
Okay. So my whole life growing up, I'm Dominican. So my mom has always been into using natural stuff. Like if we were to have a burn on our skin, she would go towards aloe vera, use natural aloe vera instead of a topical cream, or she would use like cocoa butter, all natural ingredients that we would find in the DR and literally just import it here with when we would come in. So I've always used natural stuff on my body. So everybody would ask me, "Well, your skin is so nice. What do you use on your skin?" And or whenever I would see somebody got a cut or a burn, and I would just tell them, "Use this instead of this." And it'll heal a lot better and it'll help your skin actually heal because our bodies heal itself if we feed it the right thing internally and externally. So I've always been an advocate of that. So then people just started asking me, "Oh, can you make this for me? Can you make that?" Because I always tell them I make my own sunscreen, I make my own body butters. So and people like that. And it's also heals like scars as well. You put my body butter on top of a scar and it'll heal like so much quicker if you did it. So it's just grown with me, and then I've just turned it into a business. And I know there's millions of natural skincare products out there, but a skincare that I know I will run with good ethics and good integrity, I can only know that about my skincare brand. I don't know that about all the million out there.
I see.
Um, so yeah, so it kind of grew with me, and I don't know. I feel like this is where God wanted me to take this approach.
And what all products do you have in the skincare line?
So I have body butters that come like in different scents. So this is peppermint using peppermint essential oil. I also make like soaps, like this would be like a lavender soap. So it's like scented, but with natural essential oils, no fake fragrances and stuff. And I also make scrubs. So this is a coffee scrub. This is one of my biggest bestseller because I got really big locally more. So that's when I was like, you know what? I should create a website so other people can enjoy the product. So this is a coffee scrub. And this coffee scrub contains honey. It contains natural coffee beans that if you use it on your skin, it'll help buff away all those dead skin cells. So then you do that in your self-care routine weekly, and you don't have to invest hundreds of dollars in skincare. Our skin just needs natural nutrients that grow from the earth itself.
Mm,
Most of these Sephora skincares out there, I worked at Sephora before as I was a teenager. I used to use all those, I used to get like free samples of all those expensive skincare brands, and my skin would react to it. I would get all red, and those things were very harsh. And even if you don't have a reaction initially, eventually you will see the difference in your skin opposed to using natural stuff. Coffee beans are a natural blood circulation on our body. Sometimes our skin just needs an extra push to do what it was made to do.
mm.
So My biggest thing with my skin care products is God made us beautiful in our own way. And we just need to embrace that and just take care of ourselves with what we already have provided to us on Mother Nature.
Wow. And you know what? Now you have a gift. That is a gift because, and it's dangerous because
Hmm.
when you are not a chemist and if you don't
Hmm.
know all of the science of the products,
Hmm.
somebody could really have a reaction. But
Exactly.
you have a gift that has put these things together and it's working. Now, have
Hmm.
you thought about becoming a chemist? Because having a bachelor's, you may only have to take like an online master.
Yeah.
Have you thought about or a chemist? I don't know if they do a certification or if they got to get a master
Hmm.
with a certain bachelor's. But have you thought about becoming a chemist? Because I know I had to hire a chemist
Hmm.
my skincare line. I haven't
Hmm.
released it, but
Hmm.
I paid a chemist to formulate a face wash, a hyaluronic acid, and a moisturizer.
Hmm.
And it wasn't as good as yours because I can tell yours works.
Thank you.
Mine, it kind of first it was a little tacky, a little sticky, and
Hmm.
and then I think it spoiled like after it sat for a little bit. So I guess those were too natural or something, or just, but it
Yeah.
started to smell like, a wet towel or something. So
Oh, really?
I had to go back to the drawing board. So with what you're doing, not only can you do it for yourself, but I feel like if you
Mhm.
become a chemist, you could be helping
I
thousands
know.
of women with their brand and being paid both ways. Have you thought
Yeah.
about
I
it?
didn't think about that. No, I am going. So I've just been using my skills that I've been learned that I learned it as my bachelor's degree because I did get my degree in pharmaceutical sciences. So like all the stuff we used to do it in lab, I kind of do it now. The sanitation, keeping a aseptic environment so nothing goes bad. And I kind of use the skills as in researching each ingredient that I use. I research the shelf life. I research what it can mix with better so it won't spoil as quick. My skincare brand, since it's natural, I do recommend people that buy it to use it within the first year because natural can only go so far when it comes to shelf life because then you will have to add chemicals to help keep it to be longer than a year. And that's going to kind of defeat my purpose.
I see. Now, let me ask you this. Would you be afraid to send your formula to a factory for them to get those ingredients and then mass produce it like 1,000 bottles or 2,000 or 3,000 bottles at one
Hmm.
time? Do you feel like it will lose the quality and the purity? And do
Yes.
you want to just do it yourself forever, or do you want to take it to a factory? Or would you get the
Hmm.
machines and do your own factory?
I feel like if God helps my company get to that momentum where it expands, I would like to have help with the my local people, whoever wants to help and learn how to create these products the same way I do, because I create every batch of everything I do with love, with quality. I'm like listening to the Bible as I'm doing these products just to be in the right spirit as I'm creating them. And I would like to have that same type of spirit and environment to be for every batch that is made. So if God helps this brand expand to those measures, then I'll teach others to do it the same way I do it so that I won't have to do it. And it will also bless others with jobs.
Right. You know what?
Yeah.
God knows what he's doing because I see where you're at and I see where you can go
Mhm.
and he sent you to
Thank
the right
you.
he sent you to the right place. And so
Thank you so much.
I'm definitely gonna talk to you off the camera because I want to give everybody who's watching your secrets and the plays I'm gonna give you.
Yeah.
But you have something, and the thing about it is you look the part. So
Mm-hmm.
if you came and your skin
Mm-hmm.
wasn't where it needed to be, then
Yep.
it wouldn't sell. But
Yep.
when people see that it works for you and it's not like you did a blood test and made it
Yeah.
specifically for your blood and your
No.
DNA, you just made
Mm-hmm.
it natural and healthy.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's something right there. Now, what is the website? You have a website where people can buy
Yes.
and you can ship it to them. What's your site?
Yes. So the name of the company is Blessed Assurance Naturals, and the website is banaturals.com. So banaturals.com
Awesome.
is the website.
Yes, that's very,
Yes.
and I didn't know Dominicans were that uh like faithful. Like I didn't know I haven't
Oh,
I didn't know.
Dominicans are very faithful, but almost all Dominicans are like Catholic religion. I grew up Catholic, but being Catholic, you don't have that relationship with, well, in my own opinion, you don't have like that close relationship with Jesus Christ. And I converted from Catholic to Christianity because it it goes more in line with my beliefs and my faiths. And I'm actually reading the Bible and I can put align certain things together and know when there's the wrong doctrines.
I see. I know what you
Yes.
mean. I know what you mean. I have heard that before from some other individuals. Some people say, "Oh, Catholic is Christian," but it is different.
It's not.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's different.
yeah.
I
Yeah, but I'm very close in my faith and I am very grateful for it. Your content played a big part and I am grateful, and just continue mentioning God in all your videos because it's like sowing seeds into all your viewers.
thank you for that, and that's good to hear. I remember another Christian influencer. He's a
Hmm.
music artist. One time he came to me. He was like, "Man, I was looking at your page and I noticed you're not afraid to say God." And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
"Are you
should.
afraid
We
to
need to
say
be
God?"
bold,
Right?
bold in our faith.
Yeah. And you know what? I believe that the way you're doing it, and I love it because I'm one of the people that
Hmm.
I don't believe everything has to be mass market. Like
It doesn't.
I don't believe everything has to be like
Hmm.
millions of people because you have a product
Hmm.
that you can put a premium price on it because it's
Hmm.
handmade and
Yeah.
it's made with love and it's made, the right way,
Hmm.
and you can put a nice price on it. Not saying price gouging, but it can be a
Hmm. Oh
luxury
no.
price because of
Yeah.
how you're doing it. And you can make a living doing that. And
Mhm.
some people, everybody thinks like, oh, I make this product. So what happens in your space? And I see it happen all
Yeah.
the time. And I own a,
Mhm.
a natural hair care company, and that one of my clients found it. But
I know which one you're talking about.
yeah, even she experienced it because she was like, when you go to the factory, they have to put
They
all
don't care
and
about quality.
yeah, it can change the consistency of it and everything. So, because they're just about money, they just trying to churn
Yes,
it out.
exactly. It's quantity over quality, and I am a huge advocate of quality versus quantity. And if you want quality mass production, you have to be very careful with that and be just very intentional. And just have, if you know people that you can bless with and they're willing to learn, then why not? You're blessing others with something that's going to help others.
hmm Now,
I also have a YouTube channel
yeah,
that
that
I'm
was my
kind
next question.
of.
Because Josefany, now you've fallen into the typical Hispanic stereotype, and so you're gonna see some comments about you kind of talky, and so because you answering the
I
questions,
do.
you answering the question before I asked the question, and so that, my next question was, outside of the skincare, what else are you working on?
So I still have my full-time job. I work in finance for a pharmaceutical company. So I'm hoping that my dream one day retires me from my job. And I also have a YouTube channel where I am kind of showing the way I'm figuring life out to women probably like me or younger that kind of don't know how to navigate and don't have the guidance. I had no guidance growing up. And because I've always wanted to follow greatness, and everybody around me just did the same thing that everybody else does. And I didn't see no great result out of that. So I'm kind of just recording myself. Sometimes I do vlog style videos where I'm like showing, like I do pop-up shops to promote my brand. And I'm like showing my viewers how I'm preparing for that pop-up shop. Are they worth it? And just the benefits of it. And I'm just learning, I'm sharing as I learn
Mm,
on YouTube for a woman just like me of a minority background that is also looking for greatness in their life.
I see. And now, what is your YouTube channel? Have you got to the point where they let you do an at name yet?
It is Josie Lopez R. That's my YouTube name. My YouTube is very small still because I created it literally 3 months ago. Because I'm in your growth club and you put that in my spirit. And I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel since 2012. And just the fear of creating one always held me back. And I said, nope, 2024 is a year of no regrets. Everything I want to do, I'm going to do. And yeah, and I'm thankful it's July and I'm here with you on an interview. So
And you know what you did? You signed up for the interview. You have your
mhm.
YouTube channel. A little shameless plug to everybody about the Growth Club. She wanted to do this since 2012. Got in the Growth
Yeah.
Club in
Yeah.
2024 and launched it. So it's Josie Lopez R.
Yes, yes.
Jose.
Josie.
Okay, Josie Lopez R. We're
Oh,
gonna put that in the description.
mhm,
And I think people are gonna love your channel. Women who are older than you, women who are not,
mhm.
of the same background. I think everybody is gonna learn from it, grow from it.
Thank you.
So don't box yourself in. Don't feel like you just for, Hispanics or blacks or whoever,
Mhm.
people who family
Yeah.
first generation, you for everybody because you got home remedies, you got recipes, you got natural skincare.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are women who I don't know how old you are, but you look very young. You look in your
Mm.
20s, early 20s.
28.
You're 28. So
Yeah.
I mean, you could go for 18, 19, 20, fresh as
Oh no.
yeah, yeah, because you fresh face, you take care of yourself, but
Yeah.
there are women, and they'll tell you in the comments, it's women twice
Mhm.
your age who will be inspired by you and start
Thank
their
you.
skincare line, start their
Mhm.
t-shirt line, because they're
Yeah.
looking like, man, I'm closer to retirement, and here go this young
Mhm.
lady doing this. And now, what about coaching and consulting? Are you going that direction?
Yes, yes. So I am currently taking your life coach certification course. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to add myself onto my mentor.life. And yeah, I want to coach. I was also kind of afraid to coach because I wasn't really 100% where I needed to be. But then God put that in my spirit, and also watching your content, I've learned that I don't have to be 100% there. I am 100% way better than I was 10 years ago. So we're innovating each year and growing, and that's what I would like to share with others and also motivate others that despite the odds, you can be great.
Mhm.
You can do whatever you set your mind to. I also do taxes. During the pandemic, I had 4 months with no work. What did I do? I learned how to do taxes, and that's also another stream of income that has helped me move forward in life and also help others because even when you do your taxes, if you go, a lot of people see you as numbers. They want to get rid of you in the first 15 minutes, do your taxes, and leave. But I actually like sitting down with my clients, knowing their, so sometimes some people can put their small businesses in their taxes and they don't even know that. Especially where I live, there's a lot of Hispanics and they're not informed about a lot of things. So I rejoice in just informing them and helping them and getting them money that they didn't know they could have had
That's
with
amazing.
good ethics and integrity.
That's
Nothing fishy.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love the hustle in you.
Mhm.
I know that you are a millionaire in the making. You're gonna do great things.
Thank
Have a lot of
you.
confidence.
God willing.
Yes. Trust me. Hey, God want it for you. God ain't gonna block you. So as long as you don't get in your way,
Mhm.
God will give you
Yeah.
the desires of your heart. So He's already willing. He's saying,
Mhm.
"Will you be obedient? Will
Yes.
you keep going? Will you keep working on you? Keep doing what He dropping in your spirit? It's
Mhm.
gonna be a blessing." Now we didn't hit our time. We actually went over a little bit. So to everybody
Oh,
watching, y'all
sorry.
seen Josefany. She passionate about what she does. So y'all definitely check the links in the description. Reach
Thank
out,
you. Thank you.
book a session with her, and from there, y'all be great. Tap in with us every Sunday. Josefany, thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for joining us. And I know I'm going to see you at the top, and I'm hoping to have you back
Thank you.
on the channel in the future.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.